Hi there, Phil again. Today we're going to be talking about crops that you can grow if you only have a very limited space. That is, very high return crops. This doesn't particularly relate to my situation as I have quite a large garden. However, there are crops that really are not worthwhile unless you have quite a large area. For example, potatoes or sweet corn. Now I grow sweet corn because the cobs of sweet corn lose a lot of their sweetness straight after picking. If you buy them in a supermarket, then they will already have had quite a lot of their sweetness converted into starch. So therefore it is worthwhile me doing that. However, they do take up a lot of room. The same with potatoes. The same concept also applies to other crops that are grown on an industrial scale. So I like to grow onions because I find them fun to grow and I hang them in my courtyard. They give it a Mediterranean flair. However, both onions and carrots grown, harvested, stored on an industrial basis. So they really are very cheap to buy. So it isn't actually worthwhile you're growing them unless you just are interested in growing them for the sake of it. So let's look at some crops which suit a very small area and will give you maximum return. First of all, there are ways of cropping that don't even require you to have a garden at all. Microgreens can be grown in containers in a customized shelving system using LED grow lights or on a smaller scale in high light areas in the house or on a terrace. We grow microgreens easily in our bright kitchen window. Their rapid growth and quick turnover makes growing them a worthwhile experience. Salad greens such as lettuce, rocket, spinach and chard grow quickly and be continuously picked over a long period. They're also not as demanding on sunlight as most vegetables, so can be grown close together and in an area that isn't exposed to full sun all day. In most climates they can be grown all year, further extending their value. I mainly grow lettuces and perpetual spinach. However, I let mine as lettuce self-seed and grow in shady spots over winter. It provides a useful supply when there is a shortfall. Spring onions is another one. I don't know if you can see them with Mippsy in the way. Here's my spring onion crop. I grow spring onions from seed continuously, small amounts in punnets, and I plant them out right through the year, and they're a great crop to have. They only take up a small area. Yes, you can go back. Standard varieties of tomato plants are staked and can grow to about 1.8 meters or 6 foot or so are a very efficient use of a small amount of space. I grow about a dozen or so tomato plants through summer, providing enough fruit for eating, preserving in various ways, and also giving away. However, even a couple of plants will provide a family with lovely ripe fruit over summer. If grown against a sunny fence or building, the soil in front can also be used for further crops. Alternatively, tomatoes can be grown in large pots or bags on a paved area. Sweet peppers and chili peppers, or capsicums, grow into a small bush and are usually staked. They can be grown in similar situations to tomatoes. They're a high value crop which makes them particularly worthwhile to grow. Cucumbers can be grown up a stake, much like a tomato plant, resulting in a good crop off a small area in the garden or in a pot. Zucchini does cover quite a bit of ground, but is fairly compact compared with most cucurbits such as pumpkins, and crops rapidly and continuously for a considerable period. As for tomatoes, you can actually grow them in a pot and let them sprawl over into your patio area. Climbing beans are grown on a netting support. This can be near a boundary facing the sun, allowing crops in front. If they are grown on a standalone bed, the support can be on the side away from the sun for the same reason. The tall, vigorous habit of climbing beans results in a heavy crop which can be eaten fresh or processed, resulting in year-round produce. Climbing peas can be grown on netting similar to a bean, although the frame can be lower. Also, peas grow in cool conditions, so you can utilize soil that will be available to warm-growing crops later in the season. Finally, broccoli crops quicker than most types of brassica. Furthermore, if the heart is removed near the top of the stem, the plant will respond with a crop of side shoots extending the productive life of the plant. Well, I hope that you got some interesting ideas out of this. Just a reminder that I have actually produced tips on a wide range of vegetable crops. However, I'm also producing them now on broader pictures about vegetable growing, such as vegetable companion planting or this particular one that I'm doing. So be sure to subscribe and also like this tip so that you will see these as they become available. And finally, of course, thank you very much for watching this through to the end. And I need to get myself and Mippsy away from the rain because it's just started while I've been filming. Bye for now.